Hi everybody, Josiah here, also known as Chilling Silence, and today I want to talk to you about DigiByte. So there's a new exchange that is being launched, I believe it's actually today. They appear to be from the Netherlands, and this is something that the DigiByte awareness team have shared and kept everybody informed with, so thank you for the DigiByte awareness team for that. Now, the EviEx exchange are listing DigiByte right from the get-go. Now that's fantastic to see for a number of reasons, but to me it signals a real sort of change in the industry where a lot of other up-and-coming projects understand the value of DigiByte and understand how we've been working and progressing over the years. We're now coming up on 6 years old as a project, and for them to acknowledge that kind of longevity with the project, our forward-thinking nature, and list us right from the get-go is actually really cool to see that playing out in a lot more cases now. So thank you to them, and hopefully I'll learn more about the EviEx exchange over the coming weeks. The DigiByte Android app has now been released. It was in private beta for a little while. That has now gone to the public. So like I mentioned in yesterday's update, we've added the 1 second delay on the transaction confirmation screen. Now this is for the likes of the Galaxy S10 Plus, which have the in-screen fingerprint reader. We've also tweaked the aggregation of Digi assets, and we are now using the same send confirmation type. So just a couple of minor tweaks there before we start to dive into a few more improvements around Digi assets and the way that we're going to handle Digi assets, manage them, and the likes. So this is really cool to see, just little tweaks and minor improvements there, but again, a big thank you to Noah for this. Now, one of the other things was that I was recently, earlier this morning actually, watching a video from Naomi Brockwell, and she talks with Paul from the Edge Wallet team. Now, they actually covered off a couple of really interesting things. The main thing for me, though, was how they mentioned projects in the future are really going to have to stand on their technological merit. Now, this was interesting because they specifically mentioned Dash and what Dash had been doing around block propagation and the likes. It got me thinking, though, that as a DigiByte community, we need to better educate people around the fact that DigiByte has already done this several years ago with our DigiSpeed hard fork. Now, this is actually the research paper that was put out that the DigiSpeed improvements were based upon. This is not all that we've done, obviously, but this is specifically what I want to focus on this morning. And this is available to you. You can see up here, it's actually, let me just bring this down a little bit. You can see here, it's actually in the DGB wiki, under the wiki files folder there. But anyway, so you can go to dgbwiki.com and you can check this out. This is what we based the DigiSpeed research, the DigiSpeed improvement upon, this research from Microsoft Research and from Switzerland, I believe. Anyway, this particular research helps with the way that we send the blocks back and forth between the different nodes and things, helps improve upon it, helps speed it up. Now, this is exactly the kind of research that Naomi and Paul were discussing, and this kind of thing they were saying is going to become very important in the future as people build upon the Bitcoin code base. And eventually there will be a bit of consolidation of projects, and it's where this longevity of DigiByte and this technological improvement we feel is really going to play an important role. So one of the things that it actually got me thinking about is ways that we can remind people and teach newcomers about these sort of improvements. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to put together a bunch of these DigiFacts, sort of similar to what we've done over Christmas, and look to potentially start to cycle these a bit more regularly when it comes to our community education and sending that out from the main Twitter, maybe putting them up on Reddit, things like that, maybe Facebook as well. But these are also great little snippets that you can then use to send on to people if they do have questions about it, hopefully to, again, educate them and explain more about some of the strengths of DigiByte and the improvements that we've done over the last 5.5 years. Anyway, that's all from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this. Consider giving this a like, subscribe, so you can stay up to date with more videos every day. You can tweet me. I'm at DGB_chilling on Twitter. Otherwise, I'll talk to you in the next video. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.